Theater Charlotte presents Johnny Hohenstein's in radio's most talked about comedy show, The Life of Riley.
Riley, what a pal. He's a man who's understood in Brooklyn or in Hollywood. Riley, what a guy. Though he's built like Boulder Sam, he's tender as a lamb.
Like every real American, Chester Riley, California aircraft worker, believes that all people should be free and equal. That goes for every man, woman, child, and mother-in-law. And Riley's not a man to keep his opinions to himself. And so, the other day, hearing uproarious laughter in the living room, he went in to investigate.
Oh, that's a scream, Junior.
Yeah, it's a killer, isn't it? I heard it at school.
Oh, really?
Oh, what's going on in here? What's all the hilarious hilarity?
Oh, go ahead, Junior. Tell it to Dad.
Yeah, Junior, give it out. I ain't had a good laugh since last week when my foreman sat down on one of my hot rivets. Boy, was his face red. Well, come on, let's hear it.
Oh, okay, Pop. Well, it seems a man went hunting in the woods with his mother-in-law, and suddenly the mother-in-law got lost. So he went home. Well, that night, the game warden phoned him and said, "Mr. Jones, we found your mother-in-law. She's caught in a bear trap, and there's a bear caught in there too. What'll we do?" So old Jones got sore and said, "Just do what any sane man would do. Open the trap and let the poor bear go."
Well, Dad, don't you get it?
You see, Pop, the mother-in-law got...
You don't have to explain it, I get it. I got a funny bone in my head.
But you're not laughing.
How could I laugh? I'm too shocked.
Shocked?
Fine, kids, I got. Making fun of the stankity of motherhood. The most sacred thing in life, next to fatherhood.
Pop, it wasn't a mother in the trap. It was a mother-in-law.
There's no difference. Take any mother-in-law, scrape the in-law off of her, and what do you got? A mother. I'm surprised at you, Babs. Junior, I can understand. There's very little chance of him becoming a mother-in-law.
Gee, Daddy, you don't have to scowl at me. I mean, lots of people make fun of mother-in-laws.
Yeah, rough riffraff. Just remember one thing, Babs. Every mother-in-law was once born a human being.
Oh, okay, Pop. Okay.
I got a mother-in-law and I love her. If it wasn't for her, I'd never have met your mother. And if I never met your mother, then that'd put the two of you kids in a fine fix.
All right, Daddy.
Well, don't let it happen again.
Riley, dear.
Oh, hello, Dumpling. I was just giving your kids a lecture.
Yes, I heard you, and they deserved it. Riley, you really feel that way about my mother?
Well, sure, Peg. You know I'm crazy about my mother-in-law. I always get a wonderful feeling when I think of that sweet little old lady 3,000 miles away in Brooklyn.
Well, I'm so glad you feel that way, darling. Now I can tell you.
Well, tell me what?
Well, I'm not supposed to, but I got a telegram yesterday from my mother.
Yeah, well, what does the little angel say?
Oh, here, I'll read it to you. It says, "Dear Peg, doctor says I need immediate vacation."
Yes, and the darling deserves one. Where's she going?
No, let me finish, Riley. "Will arrive Los Angeles Sunday."
Los Angeles? Oh, who she's going to visit in Los Angeles? She don't know nobody here except she's coming here.
And the rest of the wire says, "Don't tell Chester. Want to surprise him. Love, Mother."
Pass the salt, Gillis.
Here you are, Riley.
Thank you.
Well, what's new?
Nothing much, Gillis. My junior was made first string pitcher for the school team. My daughter's joining up to be the nurse's aide, and my mother-in-law's coming to visit us. And I got to get a tooth pulled next week.
Oh, that's murder. You've got my sympathy.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I think I'll take the gas.
Gas?
Yeah.
Ain't that going pretty far just to get away from your mother-in-law?
I'm talking about taking gas from my tooth.
Oh, your tooth. Your tooth. Yeah.
You know, what's so terrible about a mother-in-law?
Riley, I'll trade you. You give me your toothache, I'll give you my mother-in-law.
I got nothing against my mother-in-law. Besides, she's only going to stay a very short time.
That's what you think.
I don't think I know.
I know you don't think. Listen, sucker. Once upon a time, my mother-in-law come to visit me for a very short time. She arrived with an overnight bag. Today, she's got 2 wardrobe trunks, 1 steamer trunk, 3 valises, 4 hat boxes, and a duffel bag, all piled in my garage.
Well, what do you do about your car?
Car?
Yeah.
Who sees it? She's always driving it.
Well, you make it sound pretty bad, Gillis, but that's because you ain't reasonable. If 48 countries can get along in San Francisco, me and my mother-in-law will be okay. If I'm reasonable, she'll be reasonable.
Riley, the minute she moves in, your whole life will be changed. You'll stop being a free man. You'll eat what she likes, see the movies she likes, listen to the programs she likes. The minute she establishes a beachhead in your house, you'll be living in occupied territory. And it'll take more than allies to liberate you.
Not my mother-in-law. Why, my sweet wife wouldn't let her treat me like that.
Oh, she wouldn't?
Of course not. That's the whole trouble with you, Gillis. You don't know my wife nearly as well as I do.
Oh, hello, dear.
How you doing? How's about a,
Well, don't see why not.
Not bad at all.
It's the same brand you've been using for 17 years. Oh, Riley. Please don't throw your hat on the piano.
Well, why not? What's the piano for?
Well, certainly not a hat rack.
Well, Peg, if I don't put my hat on the piano, where will I put it? We sold our floor lamp.
Did you ever think of hanging it in the closet?
Closet? Well, I'll try anything once. But, why all the fuss?
Well, Mother will be here Sunday, and you know how she hates a cluttered up house. Let's get used to being tidy,
Now, Peg, Well, that's reasonable.
Oh, wait, Riley, not in that closet. That's not yours anymore.
It ain't?
Well, no, I've moved your things.
Oh, you want me to share the kids' closet, huh?
No, that's too crowded. I took the brooms and mops out of the closet on the back porch. You can use that.
The back porch? Now listen, Peg, I ain't getting up in the morning and putting my lukewarm body into my ice-cold pants.
Oh, but Angel, it's only temporary. You do want my mother to have a closet, don't you?
Yes, but... Oh, yeah, that's reasonable. That's reasonable. But can I leave my jacket in here for the time being?
Oh, why don't you wear it at dinner?
Dinner? Are you kidding? I just had it cleaned.
Well, won't hurt you to get into the habit. Now that we're having a guest starting on Sunday, and it isn't nice manners to come to the table in your shirt sleeves.
She won't see him. I always roll him up anyhow.
Please, Riley, for once, just do me.
Okay. I ain't gonna let nothing spoil my appetite. Not when we got steak for dinner.
Oh, no, we're not having steak tonight. I'm saving it for Sunday when Mother gets here.
Well, what are we gonna eat tonight?
Veal loaf.
We had veal loaf yesterday.
Well, I fixed it up, and it looks lovely.
Then let's take a picture of it.
Now, Riley, please.
Okay, dear, okay. I'm a reasonable man, but first I want to relax. This feels good.
Riley, please get up off that couch.
What's wrong? I always sit here but other right before supper.
Yes, I know. And if there's one thing Mother doesn't like, it's making a living room into a bedroom.
Mother doesn't like. Now, who does she think?
Now, Riley.
Okay. I won't lay on the couch. I'll lay down on my bed.
All right. Oh, by the way, when Mother gets here, she'll be sleeping in our room.
In our room? Now, wait a minute. Two's company, but your mother seems to be a crowd.
And you'll have to double up with Junior in his room.
Nothing doing. He hikes in his sleep. Peg, I won't do it.
Now, Riley, be reasonable.
Reasonable?
Don't get excited!
I'm not excited! Gillis was right. When you open a door to an in-law, you become an outlaw.
In a moment, we'll hear more of how Riley handles his oncoming mother-in-law. Even though you can't go to the theater right now, Theater Charlotte is happily bringing entertainment to you in the comfort of your own home. Can you think of a better way to spend your Wednesday night? So grab a glass of wine, prop your feet up on your lazy boy, and enjoy an hour of comedy and drama on Theatre Charlotte's Isolation Radio Hour. And if Wednesdays aren't enough for you to get your fix, stay tuned at the end of the episode and learn more about more programs coming up, courtesy of your favorite community theater. And now, back to the life of Riley, with Johnny Hohenstein as Riley. Well, Riley's mother-in-law is en route to Los Angeles, and Riley is worried. His troublemaking friend Jim Gillis has convinced our hero that a visit from an in-law will mean the end of Riley's happy life at home. Poor Riley is so confused that right now he's writing out a telegram, hoping to get his mother-in-law to turn round and go back east.
All right, let's see. I got to get this telegram right. Mrs. Harriet Turnbull, California Limited, westbound. Dear Peg's mother, bad news. Los Angeles is at war with Pomona. No. She won't believe that. She's pretty smart. Oh, I got it. Terrific blizzard raging here in California. Also, many cases of sunstroke. Big volcano expected. Also, flood. Wish you were here, but turn back immediately. Love and kisses from your favorite person.
Hello, dear. What are you doing?
Oh, Peg, I didn't know you were in the house. I was just gonna take a walk. Yep, taking a walk.
Oh, that'll do you good, dear. And what you're writing?
Writing? I ain't writing.
Now, look, you've got a pen in your hand, and there's paper all over the floor, and you're not writing. Then what on earth are you doing?
What am I? What? Well, I just got a new blotter from the bank, and I'm testing it. That's all. I'm just testing the blotter.
What's that paper that you just threw into the wastebasket?
Paper?
Let me see it.
Peg, you. Oh, Peg! I smell something burning in the icebox. In the kitchen. Go now.
Let me read this. I know you're hiding something from me, so let's see. Mrs. Harriet Turnbull, California Limited, westbound. Oh, why, it's a telegram to my mother, you darling. What a lovely thought, welcoming her. I should have thought of it.
I wish you had. Peg, give me the paper, will you?
No, let me finish reading it.
Well,
terrific blizzard here. Sunstroke. Turn back! Oh, Riley!
Well, I didn't really mean it what it says. It's in code.
And you were going to send this to my mother, Chester Riley. How could you think of such a thing?
It wasn't easy.
Oh, pretending you like her.
But Peg.
Excuse me, I am busy.
But Peg. That Robert Fulton had to invent the telegraph. Why don't some guys leave well enough alone? And then, Gillis, my wife caught me writing the telegram.
Was she mad?
Mad? I ain't seen Peg so mad since our wedding night when I carried her across the threshold and I bumped her head against the transom.
Well, what's your next move, Riley?
Nothing, I guess. I guess I'll have to figure out some way to handle my mother-in-law when she gets here.
Oh, you're gonna handle her?
Oh, yeah.
Well, then take my advice. Get yourself a chair and a whip and...
Oh, gee whiz, Gillis, what can I do?
Open your mouth and put your foot down.
But her train gets in this afternoon.
Well, she can stay at a hotel, can't she? Let her drive the bellhops crazy.
I know, but after all, she is Peg's mother. Ain't it kind of selfish to...
Riley, I'm telling you this for the sake of your kids and your home. You gotta protect your home. After all, you take out termite insurance, don't you?
Well, say I never thought of it that way. You're right, Gillis. I owe it to Peg. It's my duty.
Now you're talking. Go home and lay down the law. No more chewing the fat.
No more chewing the fat.
You're the head of the house.
I'm the head of the house.
And if her mother comes, you go.
Gillis, you're right. For the sake of my family, I'm going right home and lay down the law to Peg.
Oh, Babs, dear, who was at the door just now?
Western Union. It's a telegram for you, Mother.
Oh, for me? Let me see.
Who's it from?
Why, it's from your grandmother. Well, for heaven's sake.
Well, what's Grammy say?
Here, read it.
Oh, Mother. Oh, Mother, wait till Daddy sees this. Oh, won't he be surprised?
Oh, surprised isn't the word for it. Oh, there's your father now. Now listen, you and Junior are not to say a word about this wire. I want to tell your father myself.
I'll go and tell Junior.
Peg? Peg? Oh, here you are.
Riley, I've got something to tell you.
Okay, but first I've got something to tell you. Peg, the time has come for me to open my mouth. I'm through chewing.
Riley, I just got another telegram.
Peg, from now on, I'm the fathead of the house. So I'm laying down the law about your mother.
But Riley, that's what I wanted to
now
tell
let
you
me
about.
finish. Peg, I got nothing against your mother. I love her and I respect her, and she's welcome to stay here as long as she wants, provided she goes to a hotel. I'll even pay all the bills.
Oh, I see. So Mother can't stay here.
For the sake of our home, no.
And suppose that I object.
Well, if your mother comes here, I go.
Very well. Then I guess you'll have to go.
Peg, didn't you hear me? I said if your mother comes, I go.
Oh, yes, I heard you. Well, what are you waiting for? Go. Go on. Go, 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 go. Go, go.
Okay, I can take a hint. I don't have to stay here where I'm not wanted. I'll just pack all my stuff. I think that's all my stuff. Just a little more. A fine thing when a man is thrown out of his own house. Gee, I get more stuff than I thought. I can't put all this in my pocket, so maybe I'd better postpone.
Oh, no, there's your valise.
Oh, thank you. I'll just put this stuff in here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. We used the same valise on our honeymoon. Still got the label from the Hotel Hoboken.
I know.
What are you doing, Daddy?
Hey, what's going on?
Goodbye, kids.
Goodbye? Where are you going, Daddy?
Your mother will explain. Well, goodbye, Junior. Goodbye, Babs. Goodbye, Peg. Well, goodbye, Junior. Oh, I already said goodbye to you, Junior. Well, goodbye. The door is stuck.
You didn't turn the knob.
Oh. Well, goodbye.
Mother, why is Daddy going somewhere?
No, don't worry, dear. He'll be back soon enough. I think he needs a little lesson.
Did you call Peg?
What? No, I didn't call.
Oh, well. Well, goodbye. I'll let you know where to come for my paycheck. Yeah, beat it, Bird. Go on, Bird, go home. Go on, Bird, be smart, go home. This park is for birds that ain't got no home, like me.
Greetings, Riley.
Huh?
Don't you recognize me, Riley? It's Digby Odell, the friendly undertaker.
Oh, hello, Digger. I didn't see. I guess my brain is somewhere else.
Pray tell me, Riley, what are you doing here in the park?
I've been walking for hours. I'm dead.
You are. You should lie down.
I can't. I left home. I got no place to stay.
You left home?
Yeah. Don't ask me why, but I left. I've been looking for a room all day. No luck.
Digby O'Deal never lets a friend down. I'm positive I can dig you up a resting place.
Don't go to no trouble, Digger.
Well, it'll be a pleasure, you big stiff. I have it. You can spend the night at my place.
Oh, no.
Why not? It's very quiet down there. No snoring. You see, my family's away, so our house is empty.
No, your house. Well, no thanks all the same, Digger. I'll find some place. Did you ever have any mother-in-law trouble?
No, never, Riley. I'm mad about my mother-in-law, simply mad. She's charming, cheerful, and chucklesome. I adore my mother-in-law. She is so gay.
You're lucky, Digger.
As a matter of fact, these flowers that I have here are for my mother-in-law to celebrate Mother's Day.
Yes. Mother's Day! Today is Mother's Day! I forgot! Digger, walking out on Peg was bad enough, but doing it on Mother's Day makes it even worse.
Come, Riley, control yourself.
I'm going home. I'm going home to apologize. Maybe she won't ever speak to me again. Maybe she'll never even let me in the house, but I won't care as long as she takes me back.
Oh, it's you. Hello, Riley.
Peg?
Yes.
Peg, I just dropped by to say Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, it is Mother's Day, isn't it?
Yeah. Peg, I was wrong. That Gillis, he talked me into it. Peg, you ought to know me by this time. I ain't got no mind of my own, so I just use anybody's. Peg, I like your mother, honest I do. I'll stay in this house as long as she lets me. Well, Dumpling, can I come in?
Of course you can.
Well, would it be all right if I sort of kissed you?
Well, I don't see any harm.
Dumpling, you made a new man out of me.
Well, I certainly did. Oh, stop it, Riley.
Yeah, you're wonderful to forgive me, darling. Oh, well, now I better get down to the station to meet your sweet mom.
Oh!
So long, Dumpling.
Wait a minute, Riley, Mother's here already. Her train got in an hour ago.
Oh, she's here?
Yes.
Well, where is the little darling?
In her room. Mother, Chester's here.
Hello, my darling boy.
Hello, sweetheart. Hey, Peg, you know something? Your mother's getting to look like my mother. Wait a minute. Your mother ain't here. Your mother ain't your mother. She's my mother. Holy smokes, it's my mother.
Will you stop that gibbering, Riley, and come here and kiss your old mother?
Mom, oh, Mom, gee. Well, gee, you're looking great, Mom. Give me a hug.
Oh, you're squashing me, you big ape.
Well, why don't you let us know you were coming, Mom?
But she did, Riley. The telegram we got was signed Mother, and it was sent to me, so I thought it was from my mother. But then I got another wire this morning signed Mother Riley, and I tried to tell you, but, well, you
know. What's the difference? My mother, your mother-in-law, I love them both. Gee, Mom. Gee, let me look at you. Yes, sirree, you're still beautiful. You can pass for my sister.
Oh, sister. Well, I like that. The way you look now, Chester, you could pass for me father.
Same old Mom.
Oh, well, the steaks are almost done. We better start dinner.
Yeah, come on, Mom. Let's put on a nose bag.
Oh, Chester, don't say nose bag.
Oh, okay, Mom.
Chester, is that your hat on the piano?
Yes, Mom.
If there's one thing I can't stand, it's the man who clutters up the living room.
I don't see the joke, Peg.
Come on, hurry up, Chester. Wash your hands. We don't want dinner to spoil.
I'll be right with you, Mom. M is for the million things she gives me. O is for the only growing old.
Chester Riley.
Coming, Mother. Oh. Dumpling, do you really forgive me for acting the way I did?
Oh, of course I do.
Gee, you should have slapped me down for something. I acted like a dope.
Yes, but you're a sweet dope.
Oh, you say the nicest things. You know, Dumpling.
What, dear?
I don't say this to every woman, but someday you're going to make some nice young man a wonderful mother-in-law.
What a man, life is merry and so gay. The life
You've been listening to The Life of Riley, presented in Charlotte by Theatre Charlotte. Johnny Hohenstein plays Riley by arrangement with Ron Law. Thank you to Anne Lambert, who appeared as Mother, courtesy of Charlotte's Off-Broadway. Stay tuned for an episode of The Adventures of Thin Man, streaming on this same channel. Can't get enough from Theatre Charlotte? Well, you're in luck. Theatre Charlotte has expanded its online offerings, and you can now be entertained even more throughout the week. Join us each Tuesday at 4 p.m. for Theatre Charlotte Teachables, bringing you classes and lessons from some of Theatre Charlotte's favorite directors, actors, designers, and production staff. For an in-depth look at Quarantine the Musical, TC at Home has you covered on Sunday evenings at 7 p.m. And don't forget, if you missed out on any of our episodes, you can watch them anytime through Facebook and YouTube. Now, we turn it over to the cast of The Adventures of Thin Man in The Case of an All-American Menace.
Presenting radio's most popular mystery comedy, The Adventures of the Thin Man, starring Jenn Grabenstetter and Winston Sims. Night. And in the apartment of Joan Winslow, an attractive young thing just out of bobby socks. Plunger Belson, a husky young Brewster, just out of football socks, is talking to someone on the telephone.
Yes, pal. In my opinion, pal, you were the type of rodent that carries the bubonic plague, of which there can be no lower. Goodbye.
All right, Plunger. Now come back to the couch and tell me how you carried the ball in the fourth quarter for dear old Ipswich.
Joanie, I hope you're a female with an understanding personality.
What are you mad about?
Well, I just spoke with an individual who calls himself Alistair Floritan.
Oh, him?
I'm going out to kill him.
Plunger, you've got to tell me what happened in the fourth quarter.
Oh, this is no night for romance. I'm going to murder him. So long.
No, Plunger, don't! Plunger! Hello, Nick? Do you remember me?
Should I?
I'm Joan Winslow. You once got me out of a lot of trouble.
Well, I've got a feeling I'm going to regret that. Of course, I remember you now. Joan Winslow. Come in.
Who is it, Nikki?
Joan Winslow, darling.
I see you in your pajamas. Were you sleeping?
Oh, don't let the pajamas fool you, Joan.
Is that real hair you got on your chest?
No, I buy it by the yard from Macy's. Is that what you came to ask me?
Well, of course not, you silly. I'm just nervous. You see, it's about a man.
What do you want to do, marry him?
No, kill him.
You mean murder?
Well, what else would I mean, Goofy? Now, how can I kill him without getting into trouble?
Are you kidding?
No, it's Alistair Floritan.
The decorator?
Yes. You know him?
Mm-hmm. He's a heel, but why do you want to kill him?
Because he wants to marry me, and his personality doesn't appeal to me.
Well, that's a brilliant reason.
Look at me. Do you think I could drive a man wacky? Can I pass as a femme fatale?
Well, you'd be sort of a femme fatale junior grade. What's that got to do with it?
I could stab him in the back and claim self-defense. Or maybe I ought to use a gun and some arsenic? Nick, what do you recommend?
Look, Joanie, with me, sleep is a major occupation. Now, you go back to your kindergarten and leave a tired old man alone.
You think I'm joking?
Well, aren't you?
No!
Joanie, I'm going to talk to you like a father. Come here and sit on my lap.
All right, but are you going to be a papa or a sweet daddy?
Joanie, where do you get such ideas?
Well, ever since I got out of mini blouses and into high heels, all the men want to talk to me like fathers.
Well, this one is going to act like one.
What are you doing?
Turning you over into the official position for spanking.
No!
Yes!
No!
That's for getting weird ideas about murder in your head.
No!
That's for waking me up, and even worse, this one is for getting me out of bed.
No!
Nicky!
Hello, dear.
Nicky, you spilled that girl all over your lap.
Hello, Nora.
What was he doing to you?
Spanking me.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. My feelings are hurt.
Okay now, Joanie, on your way. And you'd better forget about murdering anyone. Now, scat.
All right. But you'll be sorry if I make a mess of this murder.
Nicky! Nicky, will you answer it?
Oh, can't you?
No, dear. I'm very busy dancing with Cary Grant.
Oh, nuts. Hello?
Hello, Nick. Did I wake you up?
No, not at all. I'm talking in my sleep.
This is Alistair Floriton.
Floriton? Haven't you been murdered yet?
How did you know?
Never mind. What is it?
Just that. Someone wants to murder me.
Who?
Oh, well, there are oodles of nasty people who hate me. Some of them are my best friends. Nick, what's the best way to fool a murder?
Listen, Floriton, I'm not the Mr. Anthony of criminology. Where'd people get the idea of bringing their murder problems to me? I'm just a well-to-do bum living on his wife's income, and I'd like to sleep.
Really, Nick? You wouldn't like to see me killed, would you?
For free, yes. If you're charging admission, no.
No, Nick, I know I'm obnoxious, but...
Floriton? Floriton! Hello? Hello?
What happened, dear?
Alistair Floriton was just bumped off, I think.
Oh. Well, that'll teach him not to call us in the middle of the night. Nick, isn't that the man that Joanie wanted to kill?
That's right, baby. Wiggle into your woolies. We're going to his apartment.
Oh, I do wish people would get bumped off before we go to sleep.
Come in, Nora.
Dark. Where's the light switch?
Here, I've got it.
There he is, Nick. Bleeding all over his Chippendale table.
Yeah, shot in the back. Somebody took this joint apart. Wonder what they were looking for.
Do you think little Joanie killed him?
I don't know. I thought the spanking made an impression on her. Mind.
Nick, you're gonna find a killer in that desk.
No, but I think I found a secret drawer. Maybe I can open it.
Darling, did you ever have a queer feeling that you were being watched by unseen eyes?
Not since we used to neck in the living room of your Aunt Agatha's house before we were married.
Oh.
Hey, I opened it.
The bulb in this lamp is still warm. Darling, I've got a feeling the killer's still in here.
Hey, Nora, look at this stuff. Here's a doctor's prescription for some sort of poison. And why'd you turn the lights out?
Well, I didn't.
Have a line, I promise. Almost here. And now, to return tonight's adventure of the Thin Man, we find Nick and Nora holding down the floor of Alistair Floriton's apartment. Someone who had been concealed there turned out the lights and fired at them.
Nora, are you all right?
Yeah, I guess whoever fired at us got away.
Yeah, it looks like it. Why'd you scream?
You pushed me down and I bumped my, clubs. Did you see who went out the door?
No, darling, your heel was in my eye. Turn on that lamp.
Mm-hmm.
And look, Nora, that closet door near the light switch is opened. That's where the killer hid.
Well, aren't you going to go out and find the person who did it?
And get shot at again? And besides, I want to finish going through this secret drawer. Will you look around the rest of the joint?
All right, dear. What else is in the drawer besides the poison prescription?
Clippings about a wealthy Mrs. Gardner who was held but never tried for poisoning her husband in California. Oh, wait a minute. Here's something else.
What, dear?
A letter signed by Richard Belson, the stockbroker.
Oh.
A confession that Belson embezzled funds that belonged to his clients. Darling, don't you get it? Alistair Floritan was a blackmailer. He evidently made quite a business of it.
Was he ever on the football team of Ipswich College?
Well, I hardly think so. Why?
Because I found a little gold football here. The name Plunger is engraved on it. Also the date, 1940.
Did you find anything else?
Mm-hmm. This necklace has a locket on it. Joan Winslow's name is on the locket.
People certainly seem to be losing things around here. I'll take that. Hello?
Hello, this is Olga.
Hello, Olga, darling.
Who
How
is
are you?
this?
Alistair, of course. Whom do you think?
No, you are not Alistair Floritin. He always calls me double vodka because I am such hot stuff. You are Nick Charles, no?
Yes.
Alistair's dead, no?
Murdered. How did you know?
Olga knows. You found a prescription, no?
Yes. Who told you?
Olga knows. I tell you what happened to that prescription. I tell you who killed Floritin.
You seem to know everything that's going on.
Olga knows. Come to apartment 8B 999 East 89th Street at once, and I will tell you. No?
Yes, I'll be there. Who told you I was here?
Olga knows. Goodbye.
Goodbye. That was Olga, dear. Listen, I'm going to meet her. Will you go to see Joanie and find out what her necklace was doing here?
You sound like you're trying to get rid of me. Suppose I go to see Olga.
Oh, swell. Then I'll go see Joanie. I've got a good mind to give her another spanking.
No. You sound too anxious to see Joanie. I'll see her. I'd much rather you see someone that you don't know quite so intimately.
Hello there. Anyone home? Olga?
Nick Charles,
Yes? Where are you?
here in the bedroom. Come in.
Hey, there are no lights on in here. What's the idea?
I find it better to do business in the dark.
Where are you?
Right here, behind you.
Oh! Would that be a gun you're poking in my back?
Yes, Nicholas.
What are you?
A Russian she-wolf.
Well, don't look now, but one of your arms is crawling around my neck.
Yes, it makes it easier to get into your pocket. Do you have any objections?
Yes! Can't you pick my pocket without tickling?
Oh, I am sorry, but perhaps this will make you more comfortable. Yeah!
Oh!
Are you unconscious?
Yes.
You must be a very hot-blooded man. It takes you too long to go out cold, but I fix it. Yeah! Better? Better.
Joanie, where you been? Oh, you ain't Joanie?
No, sorry to disappoint you. Isn't Joanie home?
No.
Oh, well, I'm Nora Charles.
You better come in and wait for her.
Well, who are you? Joanie's boyfriend?
Guess so. We prefer to think of each other as soulmates, but...
Mm-hmm. It's all on a very elevated basis.
Yeah. Too elevated.
What's the matter? You having troubles?
Well, look at me. Do I look like a guy who's easy to twist around your little finger?
If my little finger was a steam shovel, it'd be a lead pipe cinch.
Well, Joanie can do it. She can make me do anything she wants. Makes me feel like a big dope.
Maybe you should be firmer with her.
How?
Well, be tough, menacing.
Me?
Mm-hmm. Haven't you ever been menacing in your life?
Not with girls.
When then?
Well, I played football for Ipswich College.
Football. Ipswich.
Yeah, I was All-American back. 5th team. You know, maybe if I got into my football mood, I could handle her.
Well, why do you want to handle her?
Well, take now, for instance. She shouldn't be out traipsing around. She should be here, home. 1, 2, 3. Hey!
What on earth are you doing?
Getting into my football mood.
Do you know Alistair Florentin?
Yeah, why?
Do you have a little gold football with the name Plunger on it?
I used to. Plunger's what they call me. Plunger Belson.
Belson.
What's so amazing about that? Everybody has a second name.
Are you in the stock brokerage business?
No, my dad's a broker. Hey, what are you up to?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, don't kid me. You didn't come here for nothing. This has something to do with that rat Florentin.
Well, I'll explain when Joanie gets here.
Now look, my dad is a very sick man. If you or anybody else tries to make trouble...
Please, no. Please, Plunger. You better go back to worrying about how to handle Joanie.
Okay. You know, if I had someone to tackle it, it'd put me in just the right mood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bet it would. What are you looking at me that way for? Plunger, don't you run at me!
I'm gonna tackle you.
Oh, good gravy, no!
By golly, yes.
No!
Ah!
What's the matter with you, Plunger? You lost your little mind?
You know something, you do? You know all about my dad and Florentin, don't you?
Well, suppose you untackle me and let me get off the floor. I don't like conversations at a low level.
You won't get up until I squeeze the truth out of you, and I mean it.
Plunger, you sure worked up a swell menace just now.
Yeah, that tackle did it.
Uh-huh.
Nora?
Oh, hello, Joanie.
Nora, what have you done to my Plunger?
Hello, sweets.
Plunger, what is she doing to you?
Don't you worry, Joanie. He didn't fall for me. He was just showing me how he makes a flying tackle.
No. When Plunger talks about football, he gets impulsive like that. Did he hurt you?
Well, there's one thing I'm sure of. Football isn't my game.
Nora, what are you doing with my purse?
I'm getting out this gun, Joanie. I thought it looked kind of bulky. Get him up, both of you. Now, Plunger, suppose you tell me how you and Joanie killed Alistair Florentin.
Call off the Cossacks.
You feeling better now?
What? Who are you?
Laura Marshall, I live here.
Where's Olga?
I don't know what you're talking about. I just found you draped on my bearskin rug, unconscious.
I'll bet you were surprised.
Uh-huh. I don't like men when they're unconscious. Who are you?
Nick Charles.
Nick Charles. Oh, Alistair told me he was going to call you.
Do you know Alistair Floritan?
Yes. Did anything happen to him?
He was murdered. How well did you know him?
Too well. What happened here?
A gal named Olga phoned me, told me to come here, and said she'd tell me who killed him.
Olga? Hmm?
Do you know her?
Yes, but how much did you find out about Floritan?
That he was a blackmailer and an all-around jerk.
Well, it looks like little Olga's trying to get me into trouble. She was one of the women he blackmailed. There was some suspicion that she killed her husband with poison.
Wait a minute. I had a prescription that could send... It's gone. Olga stole it. The other papers are here.
Do you have a letter written by Richard Belson, the broker?
Yes, here it is. How did you know about it?
Belson wrote that letter years ago to his partner. The partner refused to prosecute and gave Belson a chance to repay that money. It was paid back, every cent, before the partner died.
How'd Floritan get the letter?
I don't know. But I do know he was using it. You see, Belson has a son, a football player named Plunger. The old man is very sick, and Floritan thought that it would be a good time to hit the son. The shock of a scandal like this would kill the old man.
Floritan was a sweet thing, wasn't he?
He knew his way around.
Why are you telling me this?
I'm not dumb. You'll find out anyway. Look, I'm trying to help because I figure you'll keep quiet about me. Is it a deal?
Maybe. How about helping me some more?
Anything you say.
Come with me.
Where are you going to take me?
See my wife and a junior femme fatale named Joanie Winslow.
Hello, Nick. You came just in time. Joanie's confessed to killing Alistair Floritan.
Joanie, what made you do it?
Well, Alistair was in love with me, and he threatened me with all kinds of things unless I married him. Then tonight he got fresh and broke my necklace. So I killed him with the gun Nora's got. And Plunger's football was on it. On the necklace, I mean. He gave it to me for a present. Not the necklace, the football. See?
Oh, sure. Let's see the gun, Nora. Well, this gun hasn't been fired since 1902. It has cobwebs in the bell. Look.
Aw, gee, I knew I should have cleaned it.
Why'd you lie, Joanie? To cover Plunger?
Yeah, Nora. You see, earlier tonight, I was going to kill Floritan. He was trying to blackmail me into giving up Joanie because he was in love with her. He had a letter my father wrote years ago.
I know all about that letter.
But I didn't kill him. I swear I didn't. He wasn't home when I came home to murder him.
I know you didn't kill him, Plunger. Olga did. Tell us how you did it, Olga.
Are you talking to me, Mr. Charles?
Yes, you're Olga.
You're crazy.
I checked with the elevator operator. He saw you enter Floritan's apartment. He saw you leave after you shot at him. You stole that prescription because it proves you murdered your husband in California.
You can't prove that.
Every word of it. In fact, Floritan gasped your name into the telephone receiver when he was talking to me. You know, you should never kill a man when he's on the phone, Olga. It interrupts the conversation.
Get them up. Don't move, any of you.
A gun without cobwebs.
Yes, and you...
What a tackle! Just like in that game against Harvard.
You're getting very good at tackling women, Plunger. You knocked her out. And look what fell out of a figure. The prescription. Nick, you never told me that Floritan said her name on the phone.
He never did.
Oh, darling, you're wonderful.
Oh, I don't know, baby. Any experienced husband could have pulled that same trick.
What's an experienced husband got to do with it?
Well, he too knows how to tell the right fibs at the right time.
Oh.
And now for the solution of tonight's Thin Man adventure.
All right, darling. I know how you eliminated Joanie, but how'd you eliminate Plunger?
Well, I figured that the dame who phoned us at Floriton's was the killer. She knew entirely too much about what was going on. But she fooled me by getting rid of her accent and offering to help me. Her object was to pin the job on Plunger after she got that prescription.
And when the prescription was stolen, and not the letter Plunger's father wrote, you suspected her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
There's always the possibility that she wasn't Olga, so I lied right to her face, accusing her. She, like many other amateur murderers, was under a tough nervous strain, and she pulled the gun and gave herself away.
I never knew you were such a wonderful liar. Did you really spank Joanie when I came in on you?
Of course, dear. Don't you believe me?
You're too good a liar. You never spanked anyone before. I don't think you even know how. Oh, well.
Believe me now?
Yes, dear. Good night, Nikki, darling.
Theater Charlotte's Isolation Radio Hour is brought to you live each Wednesday on the same virtual broadcast platforms. Thank you to tonight's cast: Jenn Grabenstetter, Clay Patton, Camryn Duckworth, Zachary Tarlton, Ann Lambert, Liam Pearce. I'm talking way too fast. We have so many people. Winston Sims, Kelly Pretrere, and me, Johnny Hohenstein, as your host. Special thanks to screen director Jackie Timmons, sound design by Chris Timmons, and casting by Ron Law. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of tonight's show. We really appreciate you. Love you, love you. Theater Charlotte is a nonprofit organization, and we depend greatly on ticket sales and contributions from our individual supporters. Thank you all who have been supporting us during these recent events, and please, please, please encourage others to donate when they are able to do so. That is the only way that we can continue bringing you these performances directly to you on your screens, on your phones, on all your fun products. You can donate online at theatercharlotte.org, or you can text TC at home. It's right down here, right here. Texting TC at home, all one word, to 41. There it is, right, coming right here. TC at home to 41411. Please don't forget to join us next week for an episode of something really fun. It's not on my prompt, so you're just going to have to wait for an announcement. Everyone have a great night.